Food security is a serious issue affecting humanity, and especially with climate change affecting productivity, freak weather events. So farmers need to be aware what will change in the future. So there are serious challenges, but also opportunities. So if we can educate the next generation of academics or professionals who are aware of all these factors affecting food security to secure enough food for the rest of the world population, that's very important. Here in Exeter we have really top-notch academics who all work in this area. We have the largest number of academics working on climate change. We have serious groups of academics working on plant pathogens. We have links to government research institute nearby. So the whole package really makes it an exciting place for students to be. Part of the program entails a 3-month placement in a research setting. There are different projects and different areas where students can do the research projects. So one of them is here in Exeter, where students will be mainly using next generation sequencing technology and other modern technologies to study plant pathogens. Then at Rothamsted, students will be doing projects on soil chemistry, soil science, and how it affects productivity on grassland. And at CFAS, students could study pathogens affecting fish and shellfish, which has major implications for government policy.
One of the best bits of the programme is actually what I'm doing at the moment, which is getting to come out to a place like Northwick and do a kind of dedicated research project into sustainable agriculture. My research is going around and sampling from different fields under different management regimes to see how much carbon is stored in the soils. So I'm doing a mixture of work, some field work and then some lab processing work.
Within my project, I'm investigating whether bacteria settle out into the sediments of the river and whether they can then be resuspended from the sediment into the water again and go on to cause disease in swimmers. And so that's really investigating a current hole in the understanding of the dynamics of these pathogens. I've had the freedom to design my own experiment, carry out my own experiments, deal with the problems along the way with some help from my supervisor, but always with the freedom really to take it in the direction I want to take it in.
Degree, I feel, gives me a real basis to apply for jobs within the agricultural sector and within agricultural research, especially having done a placement at a facility such as Northwick.
CFAS is an executive agency of DEFRA, and we're really there to provide advice to DEFRA on issues related to aquatic animal health, wide into fisheries and environmental issues associated with the marine environment. Students that come here, they generally get a very different experience to that of a university. Here we expect students to come out at the end with that knowledge of how science will be used in society by policymakers.
During my placement at CFAS, I've been characterising a group of bacterial isolates that are related to Flavobacterium psychrophyllum, which is a prevalent disease in salmonid fish, particularly rainbow trout and Atlantic salmon. My placement has been very valuable for me because I've been able to not only work on my own project, but I've been able to help other members of staff in their project, and their wealth of experience has greatly helped me to learn.
The course incorporates a variety of disciplines, so some of the modules are based in biosciences and tend to focus on the more scientific aspects of sustainable agriculture, and then some of the modules are in the School of Politics, where they have a dedicated research team for rural policy making. So you get a nice variety of the different aspects, policy and science, underpinning the different issues in food security.
The skills we are looking for in the next generation of scientists are the skills of being a well-grounded scientist, knowledge of the impact of disease biology on human populations, on malnutrition, and the ability to communicate what they find out, not only to politicians but also to the public, so they'll be able to influence policy and hopefully mitigate disease throughout the world.
All our teaching in Exeter is heavily research-led. The lectures are not from textbooks, but it's from the primary literature and from the research we do in labs, and also is advised by government policy. So it's really the cutting-edge research we do that feeds straight into the teaching.
The major research council that funds the sort of work we do is the BBSRC. BBSRC Council has mentioned very specifically that the Food Security MSc in Exeter is a flagship course. They are very keen to support our work and the training of new students in this arena. We need new ways of looking at disease, and that's what we do at Exeter.